So welcome back to another extra channel video, Adidas EVO SL. We are hitting 100 miles during this run, and I'm taking you guys on a long run and giving you my thoughts on how this thing performs. So I'm out here today getting 90 minutes and I think this is the third long run in this shoe, and I just want to share specifically my thoughts on how, honestly, how good this thing is, not only just in general, but in the long run itself. It very much has come in and replaced my Adidas Pro 3 from last year. Not quite the same. I do notice the fact that there are no rods in this shoe. You get a little bit less propulsion, but it is still, for a daily, I still can't get over the fact that for a daily trainer, light stripe pro foam, £130, you can get such a good package. So let's share some thoughts. I'm just going to tick over the half an hour mark and I'll share the first thing that I really enjoy about this shoe. So the first thing I really love about these shoes on the long run is they give you that super shoe feel without being a super shoe, especially if you're used to the Adidas Pro 3. And that's really a combination of the Light Strike Pro and the volume of it. It is exactly the same stack as the Pro 3, so you're getting a big chunk of it, 39, 33 I think, and it is apparently the same formulation as what's in the Pro 3, which ticks my box because that's what got me through a marathon training block last year and able to run the way I did. So honestly, that's definitely like number one, the biggest thing that's going for this shoe. Second thing is actually the general overall comfort of the shoe, to be fair. I did find a couple of issues in the beginning with the upper being a little bit not quite as dialed in as I'd like, but it's kind of become a bit like the Pro 3. I'm kind of used to it now and I do seem to have got a better fit. I've had two runs where I've had the lace bite on the top of the foot where it's just cut in, and all I've needed to do is just shimmy the tongue around. It's where for me the tongue has bunched up a bit, and that is one of the downsides of the shoe. The wings of the tongue are quite long around the side, so you really have to make sure they don't ravel up. But since then, honestly, comfort on this thing has been really good. And number three, how lightweight they are, and that kind of ties back in to number one in the way they feel like a super shoe, but I feel it deserves its own point because I do a lot of steady runs for my long runs, which is what I'm doing now. I very rarely come out here and do a zone 1 easy run. It's always zone 2 steady, and so I'm always looking for a shoe that's lightweight, good stack, good cushion, basically everything that this shoe has. And of all the shoes I have with this similar stack that aren't super shoes, this comes in at the lightest by quite a long way. There's nothing really in my rotation at the moment that's coming close to that. So yeah, I mean, if those three reasons aren't a solid reason as to why these things are probably the best long run shoe of this year so far, we'll see what comes later in the year, and I don't know what is. And let's also not forget the aggressive rocker on the end. That again really helps when you're flowing out here on the trails or on the roads, just gliding through those foot strikes. It's just one after the other after the other. It's effortless, you just don't need to think about it. And again, it's such an energy conserving design, but also an energy conserving mindset, because you know you can just switch off your mind and just tick along. And yeah, I mean, my heart rate right now is I'm running 6:35 per mile and my heart rate is 143, 144. It was 141 then, but I've started talking a bit more. But yeah, it's honestly so smooth. So I really am hoping a main drop of these comes out at some point soon, because I feel like everyone deserves. That was the one bugbear that I had with Adidas. This whole little drip feeding into the market. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, it's unnecessary. Just do one limited drop and then a main release. That's fine. That's all that's needed. That's enough to create the hype. And I think they're coming on main release end of March, so pretty much any time now. So keep your eyes peeled for them. They're well worth getting. I'm gonna wrap this long run up. I'll put the stats on the end of the screen. Hopefully we'll wrap up a good one.